Welcome to Healings by Mer. Once again, this is the sort of side video to the weekly energy updates that I was able to just publish for you guys. So I want to take this time to talk about Healings by Mer a bit, and also talk about the bigger power plays, and also give my gratitudes once again to each and every single one of you that blessed me with flowers and birthday well wishes, including my husband, and a lot of people that are key players that have been through my entire life. And again, let's just get to the so Healings by Mer channel, right? So we don't really we these are tools. However, most of the higher self channeling is kind of where I like to say that I lean towards the spectrum of, in terms of giving you guys information. So where are we at? This geostorm, as I recently discussed, yeah, that's giving us a lot. The earth can only handle so many. The sun is having a storm, and the earth can't just take an abundance of energies. We can't do that. We have to gradually shift. I mean, patterns take 21 days to break. So just think of that. The earth is going through an energy upgrade where a collective conscious is awakening, but it can only happen in gradual levels. And so understand that they are bigger dynamics and power plays in terms of the politic field side of it. And so that makes it a little bit even harder, considering what the universe is already, and the cosmos is already sort of orchestrated for our individual growth. All of these things can be seen as something that's difficult, or they can be seen as something that's structurally solid and structurally available for us to create from nothing. And that's what Leo and Mercury gave us, right? And then, Leo Virgo gave us this sort of shifting from these bigger creation energies to, okay, now what I'm going to do with this? How am I going to mold it? That's what basically is going on. In September, August was one thing. September it's a little bit more breezy. I'm going to tell you that. Not the beginning of it, but it will get towards the end. That we might kind of sort of catch a break, but don't get too comfortable, because it is 2020. So just, take that little reprieve, I guess, as some would call. So again, the bigger power plays, even and now touching on the political. The political is in itself a big issue. It's causing rifts, it's causing divisions, it's causing friends. It's changing structurally at an individual level too. People are finding ways of separating based on the beliefs, and that's a little bit hard for the soul kind of conscious awakening, because God needs us to be, or source spirit, creator, consciousness, higher self, whichever you may decide to call this energy, okay, that seems to always pull us, and we gravitate towards what I call higher self, because we are working on ourselves, of course, not low intuition. It's gravitating us to individually restructure so that humanity can restructure, and so then therefore the world can restructure. I honestly at this point don't see anyone winning from multiple sources. And this is going to be unprecedented in terms of whoever takes this position, whoever that might be. It's gonna be just uncharted territories. That's basically where I'm gonna leave it at. And there's no winning in this, especially with that divide that I was describing. The only way is to go individually and reorganize, re-internalize, work on your softer aspects, work on yourself, on your individual home, and then collectively we can bring the energy back up to the level that I know that we are ascending towards. But that's why we get these bursts of energies. And then we go to the even more taboo subjects of possible alien interference. I mean, we've seen that also in social media with the, we're just going to call him the Orange Boy. We've seen that. And so what it is that he has advisors that kind of do work spiritually and can see and tap into different fields and different realities. And I'm guessing this is where this information came from. But here's the thing though, that's all great. But if your filter is gritty, if you, in this case, are taking information from this kind of Orange Boy, that in itself is an energy that is negative. So your filter right there is already telling me is damaged. So some of that information needs to be revised. In other words, you can be the most psychic of persons, but if your energy filter is dirty, then you're not going to get good information, plain and simple. That's just how it is. It's psychic hygiene, individual hygiene. Where are you living? Where are you standing? Are you in a positive environment? And so we all both know that that's kind of a weakness for that political person. And so because we do know that, we know that some of his advisors are probably high stressed and probably a little bit scared to talk to him. I get that. So again, not going to, and here's the thing, I read this a while back ago. What he represented when he won the Orange Boy is a sort of a cancer in humanity that needs to be fixed. But how do we, right? How do we right a wrong, or how do we fix an ailment if we have no symptoms? And so that's what he is. Orange Boy is a symptom of what's really wrong with the collective consciousness. And that's exactly why he was brought up to the light, kind of when we have to do shadow work. It's going to come after a big giant burst of energy. And so there it is. And I'm grateful for it, because now we know what we need to work on. And that's all it is. Every illness before it manifests brings a symptom. And that's what he is. And so let's get it good. Let's get it fixed. I have nothing but well wishes. I'm sure that he has a path, just as I have a path, just as you have a path. And we all will know in time. No one knows right now. And I'm going to tell you right now, 7 years. 7 years is what I'm hearing before anyone gets to the bottom of the truth. A lot of people withholding information, a lot of people sitting with key pertinent information. But again, I'm going to continue to pray for us, because I say that love wins. Love always has won. Love will always win. Again, the only force in humanity that the human has not learned how to harness, has not learned how to kind of will at its own ego. And so that's why we're scared of it. A lot of people are scared of it. It's a very unknown energy, and we can't control it. It's probably one of the very few, if not the only one, that men has not been able to find a way to break the code, loosely speaking here, using that term. So let me explain. In other words, the hippies had it right. Yeah. Peace and love. Right? This should have happened a long time ago. I want you guys to know that. This whole civil rights thing, this whole all should have happened years ago. This is actually late. I'm sorry, Black Lives movement should have kind of went along with the civil rights movement, which is, to me, is late. And from what I'm hearing from other sources, it's late in the game, but that's okay. I mean, sometimes, we don't fix things about ourselves right until we step into the higher roles. And so this is when we work on it. And this is when it got to be brought to work. And so be it. But it is a little bit behind in a lot of light workers' opinions. And in terms of the person that's Orange Boy, that's bringing us the thing that we have to work on ourselves, I say thank you. Thank you for letting me know then that every day then I should practice love instead of choosing anger, instead of choosing discrimination, instead of choosing victim mode, which is another one a lot of us love. Oh, why, woe is me. We choose love. I say we choose love. I say we choose to trust ourselves and our higher self guidance, and know that you're being influenced whether you like it or not, whether you have control of it or not. Everything that you are receiving via advertisement, via social campaigning, media, political campaigning, everything. And so really all that is left is your due diligence. Verify your independent sources, and always trust your gut. Always trust your gut. I want to believe in a benevolent God. I want to believe in a God that loves us and that is sort of kind of leaving breadcrumbs for us to kind of break the code, the national treasure code, right, of what is the right path, because it's not going to be the same. What works for me is not going to be what works for you or so-and-so or so-and-so. But how are we going to know unless we share it, unless we find people that are going through the same struggles, that are feeling the same way you are? And so in that begins that collective awakening. That's what we are. Yeah, we are that seed that we're watering. And you just wait and see 7 years from now. I'm going to be looking back at this video at my makeshift first stomping grounds for Healings by Myrrh, and I'm like going to be completely surprised and amazed, and I'm also going to be surprised by my family, and I'm also going to be surprised by you, each and every one of you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a lot of my clients that I've had for years, that I can not even begin to express the gratitudes. Some that I might have lost a bit during the whole turmoil that we had when we were dealing with my stepson's situation, which we're going to publish a story because we are going to advocate for a lot of these children that are in major need of help, that are being trafficked, they're being sexually trafficked. Sexual trafficking, sorry, that's my bilingualness here. They need help. They need support from us. They need save the kids, man. I can't even begin to tell you. And so that kind of did bring a bit of a disruption. And again, I apologize. And I'm gonna publish some of that so that it can bring some healing. But I want you to know that he's doing great. And I want you guys to know too that thank you for all your support and prayers and your donations as well, for all of those that helped us bring him home after that ordeal. And to know that also this isn't about bashing, this is about learning and growing, and this is about helping and healing. That's what Healings by Myrrh is supposed to be bringing into your life. I want you guys to finish the video and feel a beautiful love sensation in your lower abdomen, in that chakra area, and feel like you are loved and supported by the universe, and that you understand now why things are happening the way they are, and that this video is not confusing you or making you believe that you're delusional, or that, oh, maybe I should go see and please understand that none of this is medical. I'm not a doctor, okay? Intuitive life practitioner, healer, sage, Reiki, acupuncture, you name it. I'm not gonna get into that. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.